Kitguru is with Montech at Computex 2024. Loads of cases to see, some power supplies, also coolers, and we're going to start with the XRs. These are budget cases. Already released, actually released a day or two ago, priced crazy cheap, $63.90. Apparently in the UK even cheaper than that, under £60. These are in a variety of finishes and also different configurations. You can see the essence of the XR. So this is in rose gold. You can see loads of mesh in the floor for airflow. You can also see glass on the front and the sides. And you can see it has 3 RGB fans. So you're getting plenty of hardware for your money. You're also getting the potential for airflow. You also have the question about whether the glass at the front can flow air. Of course it can't. So therefore we are relying on the side and the bottom. And it's only going to come down to a review to determine how good or otherwise it might be. Montech is confident and they're saying cheap. So this particular model, releasing Q4 2024, $73.90. Apparently the price will be even less in the UK, about £65. Then we see a black version, and then we see this version with the mesh in the front, and that is cheaper yet, as I originally said, $63.90, 55 or so pounds. By eye, I like this mesh a great deal. Also you'll notice a wood inlay detail. And here we have the Sky 3. We've previously seen the Sky 2. The Sky 3 is obviously an updated version of the same. So we see the familiar curved glass, and you can see a huge interior. We love the look of the Sky series of cases. What might not be immediately apparent is this, an intake. And behind that intake are 2 80mm fans. I think we can see better on the white version to the right. If you come around to the side, Dominic, and look down, and we have an intake channel to feed air to the graphics card. So we have 2 80mm fans down here. The 2 fans in the floor of the case are not included with the case. The fans in the side and in the rear are. They promise great cooling and also superb aesthetics, and as you can see, available in white and black. But Montech is clearly determined to get away from just doing white and black. So with the Sky 3 Performance, initially you might just think, oh, it's got mesh on the front, that helps airflow, but look closer and you'll see some detailed differences. So it's mesh all the way down, but now look, the front I/O is up top, and also you have this neat wood accent. Also a wood accent at the bottom, and you'll notice no intake for those 2 80mm fans because it's 3 fans in the front. When we go back to the basic Sky 3, you'll see the front I/O is on the side. So while internally it's the same case, there's actually significant detail differences between the Sky 3 and the Sky 3 Performance. Returning to my comment earlier about Montech being keen to get away from black and white cases, here we have a King 95 in rose gold. I'm not absolutely certain it's to my taste, but it's different, and we like different. Skipping over to the cooler section, James has reviewed a number of these AIOs already, and he liked them a great deal. The word that came out of this was cheap and also highly effective. But you'll notice we also now have Hyperflow performance coolers in 240 and 360. The significant thing here is the radiators, instead of being 27mm thick, 32mm thick. They promise much better cooling. And just listen to the roar of the fans. Cooling air to the max. Of course, the fans are up against the wall, and that's why they sound so noisy. But the Hyperflow performance coolers, we can't wait for James to get those on the test bench. They look as though they're going to be both cheap at $95 and $105 respectively, and they should also perform well. Something that amazed us, power supplies. On the bottom we have a row of Century 2 power supplies. These are by Channelwell. Those look perfectly acceptable, ATX 3.1, PCI Express 5.1. Above those, however, Titan. These are Seasonic Prime power supplies. If you look to the right, Dominic, you can see one that's opened up to confirm the innards. And then when we go back to the product card, These are Seasonic Prime power supplies that have been tweaked to ATX 3.1 and PCI Express 5.1. Look at the prices, $100 cheaper than the Seasonic price. So, it begs the question, should you shop with our dear old friends at Seasonic, or should you get your power supply from Montech? So here we have a modded King 95 with the front smashed in and a rust finish going on, all looking a bit Battlefield. We understand the King 95 and we like it. So, here we have the scale of the King 95, and next to that, we have the subtly named King 95 Mega Pro. Not just Mega, not just Pro, but Mega Pro. Estimated to be coming out in Q2 of 2025, so a long way off. However, they hope it'll be sooner than that. Priced at $199 USD, where the regular King 95's $149 USD. Quite a chunk of change extra, but look at the extra space inside. Bigger in all three dimensions. A huge interior. That graphics card just swallowed up. We like the look of the King 95 Mega Pro, but until we get our hands on it, we cannot yet give you a verdict. And now we come to the HS01 Mini and a heated debate. How mini is mini? This is a 32-litre micro ATX. I dispute how mini this can be, but I like the look of it. The price estimated to be $95.90. Call it £90, and meant to be coming out Q4 of 2024. Let me just pull off the panel to give you a slightly better look inside. These bobbins are so you can attach a carry strap, which I think is optimistic. And we're inside, and now you can see. And you'll note, power supply at the front, and depending on the position of the power supply, whether it's at the top, middle or bottom, determines how thick a cooler you can put in the roof of the case. I like this case. I dispute the name Mini. Please feel free to comment below. We have no dispute the HS01 without the Mini is a conventional PC case that looks absolutely fantastic, priced at $99.90 or estimated, coming out Q4 2024, so a few months away. But just look through the glass. Look at the way the fans are sunk in the floor. Look at the rear. And the two rear fans are also sunk in the frame. Basically, everything kind of vanishes out of sight. It's really neat, and it's different, and as I say, we like different. We can get a better view in this bare chassis here. So we can see the two rear fans are sunk. We can also see the cavity in the floor of the case where the fans would go. And of course, we can see it has mesh on the front, as well as mesh on the side. Come around. As well as mesh on the side for more intake, or I guess exhaust. Interesting, and a very sensible price. Coming relatively soon. We know about King 95. We know about the King 95 Mega Pro. This is the King 65 Pro. Coming Q3 2024, i.e. very soon indeed, $89.90 is the estimated price. Cheapest dual chamber case on the market is the claim by Montech. I have to say, this looks absolutely gorgeous. Very promising, no obvious stumbles. Aesthetically, we like the look of this one a great deal. This we want to see on review. What makes a King 95 Ultra? The answer is a dash of gear seekers, our friends from Australia. Various aesthetic changes, but think brushed aluminium broadly speaking. You will note the price, question mark, so probably quite expensive. We like gear seekers a great deal. They're lovely people. But could we review a gear seekers version of a case? That's a question. Please do comment below the video.
And switching over to some keyboards, I don't review keyboards for Kitguru anymore, but those of you who are in the Discord channel will know I'm a big mechanical keyboard enthusiast. So Matt actually reviewed the M Key last year, and here we have the M Key Pro 75% Freedom. And the key thing here is that Montech is moving to what they call the tri-mode interface. So you can remove this little section here, and you can see the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. And then obviously you have the choice between the 2.4 gigahertz, Bluetooth or wired. And it's also using Gateron G Pro 3.0 switches. And over here we have the same thing, but this they call the darkness version. whereas the blue one we just saw is the Freedom SKU. And then here we have a couple of concepts, the MA1 and the MA2. So the idea is these aren't necessarily products ready to release, but they are made of full body aluminium, so they are very, very heavy. And you obviously have what I describe as a fairly unique aesthetic with the bright metallic blue and the integrated brown wrist rests. So apart from that, we don't know a whole lot about these keyboards, but they're definitely eye-catching. And there's a silver one over here with the two-tone keycap finish. So that's been Montech at Computex, a whole heap of new cases that Leo seemed to be thoroughly excited by, and those keyboards at the end for me. If you like this video, please do toss it a thumbs up, and as always, subscribe to see all of our future content from Computex, and be sure to leave a comment down below.